Hey everyone, welcome to the next video from section 7.7. So in this video we're talking about is what's called the exponential of a matrix, which is a strange little concept, but it tries to extend our idea of how we solve normal first order equations to the idea of solving first order systems. That for a first order equation, if you're solving y prime equals ax, y prime equals ay, then you solve it by using the exponential of a, e to the at, basically is your solution. We want to see if we can do the same sort of thing for matrices. So let's go ahead and start writing things out and talking about it. So here we're talking about exponentials of matrices. So the idea, like I mentioned in the intro, was the following. So if I'm trying to solve x prime equals ax, where x is still as a function of t, my solution here is going to be x of t equals x0 times e to the at. Whatever x0 is my condition, x equals 0. Now we want to do the same type of thing for matrices, but matrices we don't have this e function well defined. But what we can do is we can use the power series and try to build things up from there. So for a square matrix A, we define the exponential of A to be this matrix, the identity, plus A squared over 2 plus A cubed over 3 factorial plus A to the n over n factorial plus and so on. This models the power series for e to the x equals the sum from k equals 0 to infinity of x to the k over k factorial, right? That's part of x is the same sort of thing, but in terms of matrices. In particular, I can define the exponential of a times t, which is going to be a matrix where I have the t in every component. And that's again going to be I plus at plus a squared over 2t squared plus a cubed over 3 factorial t cubed, and so on in the same fashion. Now, this is usually really hard to compute. It involves doing some sort of power series or some sort of inductive argument, which is stuff we're not doing in this class. But for some matrices, you can do it pretty easily. So let's do an example real quick. What is the exponential of the matrix 2, 0, 0, 3? Well, let's look at powers of this matrix and see what we get. A equals 2, 0, 0, 3. What is a squared? Well, a squared is going to be 2, 0, 0, 3 times 2, 0, 0, 3, which multiplies out is going to be 4, 0, 0, 9, which is going to be 2 squared, 0, 0, 3 squared. And if you keep doing this, you'll see that a to the n is going to be 2 to the n, 0, 0, 3 to the n. So if I go back out to my exponentials, this is going to equal the sum from k equals 0 to infinity of 2 to the k, 0, 0, 3 to the k times 1 over k factorial, because each power a to the k is just going to be 2 to the k, 3 to the k. And now I can pull everything inside. So I can move the sum inside as well. I get matrix sum k equals 0 to infinity 2 to the k over k factorial 0, 0. Sum k equals 0 to infinity 3 to the k over k factorial, which is just e squared 0, 0, e cubed by the definition of e that we used above. So for diagonal matrices, we can just calculate it directly. So in general, the exponential of a diagonal matrix, so lambda 1 up through lambda n on the diagonal and 0 is everywhere else, is going to be e to the lambda 1, e to the lambda n on the diagonal, and 0 is everywhere else. So the notation looks kind of weird, but it's basically just you throw zeros everywhere that I haven't put things already. So we can compute the exponential for these guys, and this is really the only guys you'll be expected to actually compute. You can do it sometimes if there's a 1 off the diagonal somewhere, you can compute that as well, but in general, just this is all you really need to know how to calculate. So let's go back to our function from before. So we're looking at this function that we defined, exponential of a times t. Now, you can use the power series to calculate if I take the derivative in this of t, I get a exponential of at, which is what you would expect from normal exponential functions. They take the derivative, you pull down the thing that's in front. Furthermore, if I take exponential of at and I plug in t equals 0, turns out this is the identity. Because if t equals 0, then every term in this expression except the identity goes away. So I have these two facts. So what this tells me is that if I have the exponential matrix, then the exponential matrix of AT prime equals A times the matrix itself, and the exponential matrix at 0 is the identity. But last time we talked about this special fundamental matrix phi. Well, what does that satisfy? Oh, then we saw that basically from the equation itself, phi prime is going to be A times phi, because each column of phi satisfies that equation. And phi of 0, or of t0, I guess, is the identity. So these two guys solve the same equation. And since A is a nice matrix, we have existence and uniqueness theorems. So by uniqueness, phi equals the exponential of AT. Okay, that's all well and good, but where am I going with this? Where I'm going with this is we use this phi to get a really nice representation of problems, right? If I want to solve x prime equals A times x with x of, I'm just going to use 0 here, equals x vector 0, I can do this by phi of t times x0, right? Instead of putting in a random constant, I can put in just x0 and that solves it correctly. But I now know this guy is the exponential of AT. So the solution to x prime equals AX with x of 0 equals x0 is the exponential of AT times x0. And this exactly parallels our result from first order linear equations of x0 e to the AT. It parallels that exactly. So we can write this as a way to solve our problems. Now, if you compute the exponential, then you can do it this way. And your third Maple lab will have you using Maple to compute this exponential. So you can just solve this out directly using Maple, which is much better than doing it by hand, because this is awful to try to calculate by hand. All right, so that's the point of this video, just going into what are these exponentials and how you can sort of use them to help you solve problems in the sense that they parallel what we did for first order linear equations way back in chapter 2. All right, that's it. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.